Live. So we keep hearing all these stories about how the housing market is so hot. Homes are getting snapped up as soon as they become available.
So maybe you think it's so hot that you could just easily sell your home yourself, save a little bit of money when it comes to commission, but getting help from a realtor can actually put more money into your pocket.
How does that work? Joining us now via Skype to explain, it is Julie and Daniel Desrochers with Desrochers Realty Group and EXP Realty. Nice to see you guys.
Good to see you.
Hello.
Okay, how does this work? You're saying you could actually lose money by not paying an agent, but Julie, we see that percentage of a commission that's going to go to agents.
Yeah, so I mean, I think people, you look, the total commission is usually 6 or 7% for any list a house. So I think people think when they're for sale by owner that they're going to save that whole 6 or 7%, but that's most likely not the case. Like 95% of buyers out there have a realtor they're working with. So if that buyer comes to the house, you're still going to need to pay the buyer's realtor. So really only looking at like 2.5 to 3% that you would be paying the listing agent that you need to cover. And then when it comes into that, it's like there's so much expertise that a realtor gives you that you will make up that commission that you're paying that listing agent by lots, just by doing a lot of stuff that we're going to talk about next to get the house ready.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good to understand that math. Pricing a house is a real challenge. I can tell you this, you guys were our realtors when we moved. Julie told us, Daniel, we get on the phone with her and she says, I would price it at this. And Lou and I almost dropped the phone like, well, she's insane. That's not going to work.
This sounds like exactly like the conversation I had with Julie.
We would have had it $30,000 less had we just come up with the number on our own. It sold for list price that Julie listed it at. Daniel, what are the difficulties in coming up with a price for your home if you sell it yourself?
You know, I don't know that I can do a better job in explaining it other than to give a real recent example. And I think I can use real numbers here. It'll probably be the easiest way. House in Southwest Minneapolis, our clients were thinking it was worth about $600,000, and they were pretty excited to get that. I definitely thought it was going to be higher than that, and the market is so strange right now. I've been doing this a long time, and even I struggle pricing it with how much, background we have in this. It's even hard. We listed it at $650,000, and they thought I was maybe a little high there.
Sure.
We ended up with 8 offers and sold for $725,000.
Whoa!
And imagine had they not opened it up to that big part of a market and just accepted $600,000 or something like that from a neighbor or a friend. So you have to make sure you're getting advice from somebody that really sees everything, not just what your neighbor's house sold for 3 months ago, and has really got their pulse on the entire market. And then one of the other big things with pricing properly is how long you wait to accept an offer. I see people all the time. We see it on the MLS, on social media, people saying, oh, we sold our house in 5 hours or a day. Oh God, I can only imagine how much money people are leaving on the table. We really find that sweet spot is between 3 and 5 days of full market time before you even remotely think about accepting an offer.
So what are you then saying to people? Are you saying to your clients then, hey, our open house went on the market, open house on Saturday. We are going to allow offers to come in until Tuesday night at 10. Something like that?
Yeah, exactly.
Huh.
Boy, that's really incredible. I mean, that's a huge amount of money. Okay, then let's also talk about getting your home ready, because this is where I think
some people say you can skip this now. Don't paint the walls, don't update it, don't do all of those things because people are so hungry to buy a property.
Right, but you know what, Julie, you guys know the trends and you know what we should be doing. So what do you think in terms of prepping your home? Why is it so helpful to have a realtor help you?
Because you want to appeal to the widest number of people. So if we get 20 people in the door and only 2 people like it because you didn't do the things to prepare it and we only get 2 offers, that's going to be a lot different than if we get 20 people through the door and 15 people liked it because of the way you prepared it and we get 15 offers. Again, so we want to appeal to as many people as possible, and by working with a realtor, we have an interior designer that comes in, walks the house with the seller and tells them exactly what to do to appeal to the most amount of people.
Well, that's what I think is so important about what Julie and Daniel do. And Julie sold our house as well. And it's the team of people that come in. When you're thinking about listing it for sale by owner, that means that you have to figure out how to stage it. You have to figure out, the photos are the biggest thing too. I mean, Julie and Daniel send out a photographer to come and take the pictures. And you guys always talk about this. Professional photos make a huge difference. Why?
Because you can't get a photographer, that's their full-time job. They're going to make the house look beautiful. They're going to make the this is a for sale by owner. So for example, we have a for sale by owner, similar house to what our photographer shot.
Yeah.
And it's just like Like we do the twilight photos. There's a homeowner themselves is not going to do all this stuff.
Yeah.
The room is bigger when you have a professional do them. Those are probably the similar sized rooms, but they
Right.
look bigger when a professional takes the pictures.
Yeah, and by the way, that's not by using like a fisheye lens
Yeah,
or a
which is
panoramic
misleading.
thing, but it's to show you the right lens on that actually shows you the room as your human eye would take it in when you're there.
Okay, so there's
which
one.
brings somebody
yeah.
out to your house.
Fine, okay, bathroom. But look how cute. And
Yeah.
look at how much better that is. And then people feel like, I think from those photos, the biggest difference that I'm seeing Julie and Daniel, is that the professional photos, you feel like you're actually in the room when you're looking
Correct,
at them
with your real
versus just kind of peeking in creepily.
Yeah, that photographer knows the angles. They do this all the time. They know how to take the pictures. I don't even know how to take the pictures, right? And I think it's a lot. So that's where you really need a professional.
Let's talk about marketing, Daniel. I guess if you're selling your house by yourself, you just like go on Facebook and say, hey, we're selling our house. If anybody needs to know, what do realtors offer that is different than just selling it on your own?
Well, just what you said. You stick it on Facebook, your 2,000 friends might see it. It's just not getting full exposure. You want it on every site possible. Don't get me wrong, Facebook's part of it, but then taking that Facebook ad and boosting that ad is very important. So a lot of money there. But the big one that most consumers don't even realize is it's North Star MLS. It is the real estate website. Every other site basically pulls from there. So if it's not on there, realtors aren't pulling it up and sending it to their buyers. A lot of buyers will go to a realtor and just say, hey, send me houses as you find them. Realtors aren't scouring Facebook looking for houses.
Yeah.
They're looking for Star. So they're really missing out. And I don't know the exact stat, but it's got to be high 90s%. Start their search online, not on Facebook.
Yeah, it's the truth of the matter. Guys, always great information when you come by. You help to break it down. So that's a good word of advice for anybody out there contemplating maybe selling on their own. You've given them some food for thought. Julie, Daniel, thank you.
Thanks. Good to see you guys. If you would like Julie and Daniel and the team at Desrochers Realty Group and eXp Realty to help you sell, buy, or build a home, their contact info is at twincitieslive.com. And you know what I always like to say about them too is don't worry if you're not like going to do it this second. Like they're
Right.
in it for the long haul.
Get a
They're
game
happy to
plan
chat
together.
with you and then maybe go ahead 2 years down the line.
Yep, that's the truth of it. All right, coming up.